Alright guys, Anthony Vapes, and I am back again. I'm wearing the same sweater from my last video because I filmed these back to back. Again, it's not because I'm a dirty hoe and don't like to change. So real quick, I just wanted to make a video because someone pointed out I'm making one about deals when I come across deals, because I talk about a lot of stuff that I buy, but I get pretty good deals on all of it. So like for instance, this Moen Battlestar, which I do want to do a review on at some point in time, and this Horizon Arctic, which I just did. So this was 31 bucks, this I paid 12, so we're talking about what, 43 bucks total, so less than 50 bucks for a very nice 200 watt setup. That's, good tank. The mod's really good. I'm working on a review for this as well. So I just wanted to talk about, well, how do we find these deals? The problem is, when I find deals, I can't really make videos about them because a lot of them are on flash sales. So by the time I'd actually be able to record the video, edit it, upload it, and people to watch it, the sale's going to be long gone. So I just kind of wanted to go over how I try to find stuff for good prices to do my reviews on. So the first site I want to talk about is called Vapecrawler.com. And you don't have to write all this down because I will go ahead and throw it into the links to help people out in the description. So Vapecrawler.com is basically, and again, I'm not affiliated with any sites, this is basically Google for vaping stuff. If you know what item you want, you go ahead and go to that website, you type in the search engine, you can sort it out by price, low to high, and you can find the cheapest site carrying what you're looking for, and it'll give you all the different price comparisons. Another one is vapingcheap.com. What that site does is it just gives you a whole bunch of deals that they find. So they do the dirty work for you, they find the deal, and they post it on the site. And they give you the link right to the deal with the price, and you can use that to go ahead and browse through just daily deals. Another one is Vapor Joe's blog, which is also on the Vaping Underground forums. So if you go to the forums, there's a section that has his blog with all the big sales that come up. You can sign up for the newsletter. They'll email you deals when they pop up. And then there's also another forum in there called Deals and Steals that users like myself, when we find something, we can go ahead and post them in, because a lot of the stuff, I didn't find it. It's people from the Vaping Underground forums found it, and they posted it up there, and I found the thread, and then that's how I was able to get it pretty quick. So, joining those forums and signing up for the newsletter there, checking out Vaping Cheap on a daily basis is another good way to do it. And of course, if you know what you really want, that's when you can go to vapecrawler.com, and that will allow you to find the cheapest site for it. If you don't mind waiting, buying from China is a good option as well. I don't mind most of the time waiting because I already have plenty of stuff and more stuff coming in, so it's kind of nice to get a surprise, 2 months later after you order something to show up. Sometimes you get it in a couple of weeks, but suffice it to say, most of the time their prices are pretty damn good. So a few of those sites are Fast Tech, which rarely have sales. Their price is their price, but they're already pretty low. Or they're known as Slow Tech because they're shipping so slow. Then you got efun.top, and again, I'm going to put links for these, don't write them all down. Alago Mall, 3F Vape, and one of my favorites, GearBest. They have a flashlight page, so it's always good to check their page because the vape crawler price from them is not necessarily always their price. So if you go to vapor.gearbest.com, they'll always have a link to a flashlight page, and if you just look on that page, you can do Control F to find something if there's something specific you want, and see what the price is, because those flash sales, they come down with some really low prices on stuff. That's where I got the Moen Battlestar. 31 bucks was one of their flash sales. I think they're still selling it for about 38 bucks right now, which is still not too bad. But for $31, I just felt like I had to just give it a try. And it's a nice little beater mod. So that's another one. Vaporworld.biz is having right now 12 days of Christmas sale, so every day they have something different. The other day they had a 30% off everything on the site, no coupon code needed. I picked up like Omega Calypso, an Omega Alpha 1, which I want to do a review on because apparently there's only one review on YouTube of that tank. Thankfully, one of my friends on the VU told me that. So I picked up that tank, an accessory kit for it. I picked up a couple other things too, and it was all like 40 bucks. Like, I picked up a Sense Hercules, I think it was like six bucks. It was 7 bucks for the Alpha 1. The Calypso was like 11 or 12. So you can definitely find cheap deals, and actually shipped from the US, so that should be here pretty soon as well. So there's a lot of different sites. Vapor Beast has daily deals, eSig has daily deals, so I'll kind of put some of the other well-known sites up, or actually I'll put a link to a thread on the forums with sites that ship from the US, and there's a whole bunch of them, These are just ones I've used that have worked out pretty good. I've purchased from a lot of different sites. So it's not one site that always has the best deals. It's just whatever site has something going on that you might want. So that's basically the trick to trying to find good vape gear. Like I said, this is literally a less than $50 setup. I've seen people walk into like brick and mortar stores and pay $50 for like a vape pen. So, and this is a 200 watt mod. It does temp control. This is a tank that's probably the second best tank on the market, and barely 40 bucks. So that's how you do that. Another thing I want to talk about really quick is batteries. Battery safety is key. General rule of batteries is Sony, Samsung, and LG. Don't use crappy batteries. I'm using LG HD2s here. And now before anyone says anything about my batteries, and it's the reason why I showed this, is yes, these are authentic, I'll get into that, but the wrappings are broken. So I went ahead and I rewrapped them myself, which is actually really easy to do, so don't be intimidated by the process of it. It's stupid easy. I can make a video if you want. I didn't need to buy anything extra. I bought 100 wraps from Fat Daddy Vapes for like $2-3 bucks, and I did it with my wife's hairdryer. And it takes all of 5 seconds. It's stupidly easy to do. So, very important. Always have good batteries, and always make sure that your wraps aren't broken. If they are broken, just go ahead and rewrap them. It's super cheap to buy a whole bunch of wraps, and I'll put a link there to where I bought the wraps from. So they're actually pretty nice and they're pretty thick. They're not really thin, cheap ones, because you don't want ones that are going to break and you have to keep doing it over and over again. So Moochs' blog, which I'll put a link to as well, he did all the work for us. He's basically the battery god in the vaping industry. Definitely appreciate all his work. I know a lot of vapors appreciate all his work. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to his blog as well in the description, and check that out. He has very easy charts. Here are the batteries to get for 18650. Here's your 18350s, and here's your 26650 batteries with the list, the picture of them, everything. And then on top of that, on the bottom, he tells you where to buy them from in that link. So I'll put that in there. You always want to use good sites. For me, I've mainly used illumn.com, lionwholesale.com, and imrbatteries.com. Those are 3 very trusted sites. There are a couple more if you look on Mooch's blog. Don't use EFES, AWT, Enoch, or any of these other weird batteries that are coming out, because or vaping batteries, because they're just basically cheap knockoffs, or they're rejected cells from one of the big manufacturers, and then those companies buy them and they put their 60 amp batteries and they're not. Most batteries that we're using are 20 amps. There's a couple that are 25. There's a couple that are 30, but no one really uses them because they're mostly from Max. They have very short battery life. Those are the LG HP6s. In my opinion, the best thing to get for these mods, and some people might disagree, they'll say you want a 25 amp battery, but then they'll list the 25R, which is not a 25 amp battery. So, in my opinion, the best thing to get is a Samsung 30Q battery. You get 3000 mAh, and it's actually a 20 amp battery. Whereas the Sony VCT6s are 19 amp batteries, and the LG HD2s, they were 20 amps, but now the newer batches are apparently 18 amps. So they've kind of went down a little bit, but we'll see where that goes. They might come back up. I heard there was something about a shortage, I don't know, but those are 18 to 20 amp batteries. If you want to push a little bit higher, the VCT5A is a 20 amp battery with 2500 mAh, I think, maybe 2600 mAh. So I'll give you a little more amperage, but for regulated mods, 20 amp batteries work just fine for them. I've never had an issue with it. Everyone uses 30Qs and LG HD2s in these mods, and it's fine. So for my money, that's just the best way to go, and most people aren't pushing these to 200 watts anyway. If you do want to feel a little safer, the VCT5A is a 25 amp battery. That's pretty much the only one. Outside of that, you'd be going to the 30 amp ones, which have no battery life in them, and that's the LG HP6s. So that's all I want to say about that. I want to thank everyone for watching. I appreciate subscribers. I appreciate feedback. So anything you guys can give me, I'm all ears to listen to. So thank you very much, and until next time, I'll see you.